Welcome back. We are in 26. Bildad had a little, short little retort to Job. Job's got a pithy little one back. Let's jump right into it. 26. Then Job responded, "What help are you to the weak? How have you saved the arm without strength? What counsel have you given to the one without wisdom? What helpful insight you have abundantly provided?" Right? Is being very sarcastic to Bildad. "To whom have you uttered words, and whose spirit was expressed through you? The departed spirits tremble under the waters and their inhabitants. Naked is Sheol before him, and Abaddon has no covering. He stretches out the north over empty space and hangs the earth on nothing. He wraps up the waters in his clouds, and the cloud does not burst under them. He obscures the face of the moon. He spreads his cloud over it. He has inscribed a circle on the surface of the waters at the boundary of light and darkness. The pillars of heaven tremble and are amazed at his rebuke. He quieted the sea with his power, and by his understanding he shattered Rahab. By his breath the heavens have cleared. His hand has pierced the fleeing serpent. Behold, these are the fringes of his ways, and how faint a word we hear of him. But his mighty thunder, who can understand?" So Job's saying, duh. Basically, he's like, duh, to whatever Bildad was saying in the last chapter. Bildad was basically just saying, like, yo, God is so powerful, and even the moon, and the pure light of the moon is not pure to him. The purity of the stars, the light, is muddled and not clear compared to how pure God is. And he's saying, duh, I know how powerful he is. And so he does his own, not hyperbole, but like poetry on the power of God. And a couple of things. Now that we're reading through it, you can kind of understand now, right? Hope the context. He's saying these things to illustrate just how he understands the absolute unimaginable power and majesty of God. And he's kind of saying, well, this is part of the problem. He is so powerful and grandiose and over the top and just everything. How am I supposed to say anything to him? How am I supposed to do how am I supposed to stand before him and bring a charge against him or say anything against him or wag my finger at him or anything like that or say, how could you? He can do whatever he wants. Look how powerful he is. And so they're going on this thing. So this is not a good text to go and try to do a physics and geography class on the shape of the earth or something like that. Oh, he draws a circle. Ridiculous, right? It's poetry. The clouds burst under the cloud does not burst under them. Do clouds burst? No, they don't. Are there pillars, physical pillars in heaven? It's like this is poetry. It's poetry. It's he's being metaphoric. He's speaking in very quite nice, beautiful language about God. But what is really interesting here is this in verse 12. And by his understanding, he shattered Rahab. There is an interesting little theory on that. What is Rahab? So there's some beliefs out there that there was another planet called Rahab. Some people say that the Garden of Eden was on Rahab. Others say that Satan kind of operated. He was cast to earth, but his base of operations was Rahab. Other people just say, no, it was just another planet. But regardless, there's a belief that Rahab was another planet. After the Garden of Eden, God struck that planet and destroyed it. He just wiped the planet out. And how there could have been so many different cosmological effects on our planet and our atmosphere and just our positioning. It could have pulled us a little bit forward, a little bit back, and gave us that like perfect temperature and different things about that. But in any event, the belief is that the striking and destroying Rahab, destroying that planet, caused the chain of events that eventually whatever bubble might have been around the earth popped it and caused all of that rainwater to fall to the earth. The impact from all of the debris from that planet, a lot of the cosmological, like, plasma looking things that ancients used to write about, or like these I don't know what to call it. It must be like some sort of plasma or something. There's drawings on there. We cover it on the Shadow Band podcast of like when two astral bodies pull away from each other. There's like these big beams that come off, and here's where a lot of the pagan gods might have originated. But in any event, the debris from that is what caused the flood. There's that 100-year warning. It was very clinical and clock-like. And so might not have been that just God caused there to be rainwaters, but that the bursting of the deep and the rainwaters that fell from whatever bubble might have been around the earth at one point was caused by this striking of Rahab. So it's a cool and interesting little theory there. So anyway, not a whole lot extra in that. That'll be it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Read your Bible.